What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tony, and today we'll be talking about my labor and delivery. So let's just say that I did not go into labor naturally. I was induced. I was at my 40-week mark when I went into my last appointment, which was June 5th, 2019. And that same day they checked me. I was 1 centimeter dilated, and they was like, "Are you ready to have a baby?" And I was like, "Sure, I don't got a choice." So I remember that day after they said that, they was like, "Make sure you go eat, then go to L&D on the 4th floor and they'll take care of you." So I remember that day, me and my sister, we went to go get our nails done, and we went to Metro Diner and we ate. That shit was so good. But anyway, because they tell you that you can't eat. Once you get there, you can't eat at all, which, let's just say my sister had some Subway and some, what did she have? A Sprite and some pickle chips. Yeah, she was like, "Sis, you cannot eat." And I'm just like, "Bro, just give me a little bit. Just give me a little," you know what I'm saying? Just sneak me a little something. Just hand them to me. Damn, nobody ain't got it. It was about 4 or 5 o'clock, and they hooked me up with the needles in my hands and all that good stuff. And the nurse was really nice. She was very sweet. And it was just me and my sister chilling until I had got contractions coming in. They did put a pill in my vagina to start contractions. I remember they checked me and I wasn't really opening, so they had to put another one in me. And I remember it was around 10 o'clock when I started getting contractions. Now keep in mind, my whole pregnancy, I thought that contractions are light, and then once they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, that's when they hurt the most. But these contractions, I don't know if it was because I was induced, but they just started coming every 5 minutes, if not 5 minutes sooner than that. So it was about an hour or so, me being in pain, waiting for the anesthesiologist. I did want to go natural. Like, I did not want epidural. I did not want back issues, because that's what I've been hearing. You know, mama ain't raised no motherfucking bitch. But mom raised the motherfucking bitch, because I needed the motherfucking anesthesiologist. I need some drugs. I'm in pain. The anesthesiologist came after like an hour, or in like 45 minutes to an hour. And I remember they told me to sit on the edge of the bed, poke my spine out as much as I can. I cannot move while I'm having these contractions. So I remember my sister held my hands. My sister, in the midst of this, you know, I'm holding her hand. She's seeing everything behind me. Keep in mind, like, I can't see anything. So all I remember is my sister saying, "Oh, sis, like, I feel like I'm gonna pass out." So I'm holding her hand. I look up, and she is pale. I mean, I said, "Sis, please go sit down." And I remember my nurse, she held my hand, and after I got it, I was sleeping like a baby. I was knocked out. It literally feels like elephant legs. Like, when you get the epidural, from the waist down, it's done. You're not getting up. If there's a fire, somebody got up. They got a wheelchair. You cannot get up. So I had him at 4:29. So it was probably around 3. I think I woke up around 2 or 3, because his oxygen level kept dropping. And I remember they were like, "Okay, it's okay, you can lay back down, lay down, like, relax, go back to sleep, whatever." And I remember when I woke up, probably like 3:30, all I remember is people rushing into my room. Like, it was about 5 people plus my nurse. They were just kind of like, they turned the lights on because I was sleeping, like, the lights were off, and they just started kind of moving fast. And I'm just like, you know, what's going on? I was kind of getting a little scared. They were like, "The baby's oxygen just keeps dropping," and I was like, "Oh my goodness." They was like, I probably had to go into an emergency C-section. So while everybody's basically, they're giving my sister scrubs, or trying to call my mom, telling her like I'm probably gonna have an emergency C-section like in any minute. I was kind of scared, and then they checked me one last time. Checked me, they're like, "Oh no, like, I feel the sac, like the baby's gonna come." So when that happened, they were like, "Okay, well, we're staying in here." They, you know, got the bed ready, brought in shit. When you feel like you gotta poop, like, just let me know. And I'm just like, well, I feel like I gotta shit. So let's get this shit going. So once they had the doctor come in, she was a resident, actually, the one who me with the birth. She was super nice too. So all I remember is it literally feels like a bowling ball. Like, this is your butthole, it feels like a bowling ball on your butt hole. So it feels like you really gotta poop, and it feels like you're going to push out some shit, but you're really not. I did it, and since I ate the Subway and shit, I really thought I was gonna boo boo during birth, but I did it, thank God. So after that, the baby was he was coming, and they said, okay, tell me when you're ready to push. And I was like, oh man, but I was ready for him to get out. Like, that feeling on your butt, that feeling that you have to boo boo, like, really does something to you. So when I started pushing, I pushed one time, and I pushed 2 times, and I remember his head was out. His cord was around his neck, and they did have to say, like, stop pushing, don't push until I tell you to push. And they had got the cord from around their neck. I do have it on video. They said we couldn't record, but I made my sister sneakily, I don't know if that's a word, do that, and she got it on tape. And after they pulled the cord from around his neck, they was like, okay, 1 big push. And 3 pushes, he was out. A total of 3 pushes, and he just was out of me, and they just kind of slopped on me. And let me tell you something, like, I watch these videos all the time. I actually watch them document, like, the whole thing, which is what I wanted to do, but we kind of forgot about it. Me and my sister just fucking goofing off and shit. So when they put him on, so basically when I was watching all the videos, I would cry. Like, I would get emotional when they would give birth to the baby, but it was really weird. Maybe I watched so many that when they put the baby on me, or maybe because it was my first time and I was just shook about the whole process, I was just like I felt him, and I was like, oh, a baby. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't cry. I really didn't cry. I did get emotional though, like when they were done, like, they didn't clean him. Finally got to hold him, and he laid on my chest for a couple of hours, and it's just like an amazing feeling. Like, it is so great. And let me tell you, mommies, like, for the mommies out there who are having issues with, like, loving yourself again, I was one of those people. I would cry when I was pregnant, because I mean, me and the father are not together. We weren't together. We split up before I even started showing. So it was one of those things where, like, nobody's gonna like me because my body's gonna change. My body's definitely gonna be different. I have a baby now, you know, but listen, none of that shit matters. None of it matters. I promise you. Love yourself. And the more you look at your body, and it's just like, I gave birth to this beautiful ass human being. You don't even give a fuck. After a while, you start to not care anymore. I'm sorry for my mouth, but you really start to not care anymore. So yeah, I was in a labor for a total of about 6-7 hours. The time I had started contractions. So from when I started having contractions, which was around 10 o'clock, I remember I was watching Nemo on the hospital TV. It was 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I was only in labor for about 6 hours, which is, because I've been hearing people be in labor from 18, 24, 40. I can't. Thank you, God, because I got through it. But yeah, it's a nerve-wracking process when you do have your first baby. You just wonder about it all the time, but after it's over, like, you literally forget about it. Like, taking the hardest shit of your life. Like, you know how you be in the bathroom holding on to the thing, like, that's exactly how it is, but it's out of your vagina. Just think of it like that. And then once it's out, it's just like, I swear. Thank you for watching my video. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe and leave a comment for any questions that you actually have. I will answer them. Yeah, and follow me on Instagram at Anila Tony, and you can actually follow my son's page too. His name is Lonnie, Lonny, with a period, MG. That's on Instagram. That's his Instagram page if you would like. But thank you. Bye.